Hello, today I will be ranting. Okay, look, I know I look like a little boy. I shaved off the sides and shit, took off the mustache. Look, I don't know why I do this to myself because I do this a lot. But look, that's not what the video is about. Just don't make fun of me too bad. Okay. But look. Also, I will be live on Twitch. By the time this video comes out, I will be live. Come hang out with your boy. I'm playing Hollow Knight Silk Song. Okay, but I have to rant about Marvel Rivals, man. I understand that there's 5 days left for this new season, but I have had some really major problems with this game, okay? First, let me just kind of tell you where I am as a player. I'm not the greatest player. I have no problem receiving criticism. If somebody say hop off that player, but I'm gonna hop off. Or I'm gonna switch DPS, or I'm gonna switch it up. Really, most of the time, people don't have to tell me that I'm not doing well. Like, if I'm going 0 for 3, 0 for 2 even, sometimes just depending on what's going on, I'll be like, okay, I probably need to change it up, right? But definitely 0 for 3, no further. Now, the highest I have hit is Plat 2. I just started playing the game, maybe like season 2.5 at the end. Okay, I just really started playing season 3 and 3.5 since I've been playing this game. I've tried to take this game seriously, but no matter what I do, I just can't. And I'm gonna show you examples as to why. I'm gonna put a clip right here. Okay, I'm gonna put a clip right here so you can see the BS that I be having to deal with, right? I don't know how to play Moon Knight. I just want the team up. I also keep forgetting to use the team up ability that he just said that's the reason I chose Moon Knight. Like, you can't make this up, man. You just can't. You just can't make this up. Why are you in rank playing that you don't even know how to use? I'm not switching. At least I want to practice. Okay, now that y'all have seen that clip, why am I getting somebody like that in my games? I don't understand. But that's not even just the major parts of it. Okay, somebody wanting to train in ranked, I'll never understand. Okay, I just don't get it. You literally have Doom game mode, you have Conquest, I think it's called Conquest or Conquer game mode. You have what else? Quick play. You have practice versus AI. You can literally put it to 1-star, 2-star, 3-star enemies. Like, there's so many different ways you can practice. You can go in a practice range. There's so many different ways to practice. But yeah, you want to practice in a ranked game mode. Why I get these types of players on my team, I'll never know. But you may ask, what rank were you in? I was in gold, I believe, at that time. Tell me why every time, I'm currently at Plat 3 right now, right? Every time I hit Plat 2, I instantly go on a losing streak. I don't understand. I've climbed back up to Plat 2 or 3 times. I can't even remember how many times at this point. But I have climbed back up, I go on a major losing streak. I climb back up, go on a major losing streak. I don't understand why. The lowest I have gotten is gold 3. I said if I touch silver, I'm done with the game. I'm quitting the game, gang. I'm going to quit the game. I know that I am not that bad to the point where every single game you're telling me is my fault. No, gang. I'm not that bad, gang. Clearly, I've went up to Plat 2. I'm not that bad of a player. I have played a lot of ranked games in my days of playing games. I'm only 25. I may look a little bit older, maybe look a little bit younger. I don't know, but I'm only 25, gang. I've played a lot of games competitively. Never played a hero shooter like this. I never played Overwatch or anything like that. But this is my first type of game like this. But the matchmaking on this game is probably my biggest issue with this game. Like, I really just don't understand it. But enough yapping. Let me show you some of the things that I just have to deal with in my game, because I just have to say it. I can't be the only person. I can't be the only person. But here we go. Right? So we have this game. Just alone from the very beginning, you can see where the BS lies. Okay, this is my team down here. My name is JXLs. Some people have probably argued with me before, because I'm gonna call you out, gang. I'm gonna call you out. But if you're seeing this video, how you doing, gang? But look, so we have our two healers right here, right? I am right here. I like to see who other people are playing, because a lot of people like to play DPS and support. Really, nobody likes to play tank. So I'm very flexible. I can go healer, tank, or DPS. It really don't matter. So I like to see the field, see what's going on. Okay, I see we got two Lord healers. Cool, we finna have a good game, right? We got a Lord Luna and a Lord Cloak and Dagger. We got a Lord Punisher and we have a Lord Squirrel Girl. Not saying that they're the most skilled players, but hey, we have Lord people, so I would hope and expect that these people know how to play their characters, right? Now let's just continue forward, right? So I go ahead right here. You're gonna see in a second that I'm gonna choose Magneto. As soon as I choose Magneto, as you can see, he deselects Cloak and Dagger. I choose Magneto, confirm. What does this Zeus dude do? He goes to tank. Why, when everyone else has already confirmed their player and you already confirmed to be a healer, why are you trying to now switch up your player to a tank, right? Doesn't make too much sense. But now let's go to after the match even starts. You can see right here in the top right hand corner, this is our team. What do you see? We only have one healer. I really wish that they would show the audio logs. I really wish that they would show the audio logs. I mean, you can hear the audio and you could see the text, because the stuff I be saying to these people, like, it just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why? Can someone please tell me, what are you doing? Why are we out here with only one healer? Right? Let's keep going forward. We finally got this healer. But as the game goes on, but look, we're minutes in, right? Minutes into the match. This is where the match starts, if you don't know. We're minutes into the match. Still nobody has went in. We just came from the spawn. Nobody has went in and switched, right? Okay, so we have our two healers now. Not too sure what the scoreboard is looking like. I wish you could see the scoreboard in this game. But already, why are we using a Jeff? I don't understand when people use Jeff. If you're not like that with a Jeff, why are you using Jeff, bro? I could see if he had unlimited saliva spewing from his mouth. Okay, maybe. You can use Rocket. You can use Cloak and Dagger. You can use Invisible Girl. You can use Loki. There's so many other people who are far better than Jeff, bro, right? Now, of course, we have an Invisible Woman here. You may say, okay, we got three healers, right? Cool. Now, our player, the mighty, I forgot, I don't even know their name, but they died and then they left the game. Okay, they just left the game. As you can see, the mighty Inya left the game. Now, if you take a look at the scoreboard here, you may ask, hey, why did she leave the game? Let's go ahead and take a look. Now, this was the score. I don't know why I said I left. I didn't leave the game, but I said, oh yeah, our person left, and that was like when we lost, or like Yeah, when she died, she left the game. Y'all can see it was maybe like 30 seconds left in the game, but she had left the game. She had the most healing. In a 4-minute match, she had 7,708 heals. This Jeff, who switched, had 2,000 healing. Okay. Whatever. This person was the Lord Cloak and Dagger and the Invisible Girl. You have 2,000 healing as well. Now you saw where the Invisible Girl came in at the timestamp. Like, what are you doing? I don't understand it. I just don't get it. I really truly don't get it. I don't know why it shows the Lord Luna right here, the Mantis right here. It doesn't show that anybody used Mantis, but maybe they just changed at the very end and it didn't compensate. I don't know. But that's just one game. You may say, well, Jada, that's not too bad, right? That's not too bad. I want to go to this Wanda Cell game right here, and I want to make sure that you guys can see his name, right? Manhunter, Man XX Hunter. This man was pissing the whole team off the whole game, okay? Now, I have never heard this before, but this Manhunter guy, he says, now when you look at his stats, you may say, okay, he did decent. 14 deaths, the most deaths, one of the most skillless characters in the game. It's kind of crazy. But I mean, it looked like, you know, he got his ult off, he got a 4-piece, he got 16 final hits. The third most final hits in the game. 17,000 damage, not too bad. Okay, that's not bad. And I believe we had a Strange in here. Yeah, we had a Strange, so he was probably doing this thing. But let me tell you this, right? As you can see, our Cloak and Dagger. Now, if we go throughout this game, this is me, right? I'm a Lord Rocket. This was my Lord Rocket game. Like, lock me in. But now we're on the Psylocke. But this Cloak and Dagger, Manhunter was saying that because we were getting torched by this Spider-Man, by the way. Okay, let me just say that. Let me just say that off the rip. We were getting torched in the back line by this Spider-Man. And I believe, no, it was just the, I want to say maybe the Thing might have been causing us some problems. Maybe Blade was in our back line causing us some problems. But definitely these two was in our back line. Definitely these two was in our back line, right? As you can see, 38 KOs, 19 final hits, 29 KOs, 22 final hits. Like, they were in our back line torching us, right? Now, I just know how to play Rocket really well. I'm getting on walls. I know when to use my shift. I know when to get back to my team, right? I just have IQ, right? I just have a lot of IQ for Rocket and how to play the game just in general. I'm not even gonna just say Rocket, just how to play the game in general. If I need to switch, I will switch, like I've already said in the beginning, but whatever. Now, this Wanda, I wish you could hear on the mic, bro. He refused to answer the question when I was asking him. I said, bro, if our backline is getting torched, why are you not helping the backline as a Lord Wanda? You would think that they know how to use the character, right? No. No. This Wanda was too busy trying to get through get their backline, get their healers, which he didn't even do the greatest job of. But he was too busy trying to get to their backline paired with the Moon Knight and do damage in their backline. But we have a Moon Knight to disrupt their backline. Okay, we need help in the backline. I'm running for my life. I believe in the first half, like, I got 8 deaths, but I didn't get these 8 deaths until like the very ends of the game, right? That's when Spider-Man started targeting me heavy because he couldn't kill me. Like, I had 4 deaths pretty much the entire game, but he could not kill me. So him and Blade and I want to say Thing. I'm pretty sure Thing was a little bit of an issue in the back line as well. But they were like targeting me heavy. Like, they was targeting me heavy, right? And you know another thing that be pissing me off, bro, is when they be like, oh, you're 7-7, 7-5, 7-4. Nigga, I'm a healer, I'm a rocket. Do you expect me to get final hits? But that's another thing. I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that in just a second, right? But this Manhunter Wanda was saying that Cloak and Dagger, I don't need to be in the back line because we have a Cloak and Dagger. Bro, even if that was true, now I've never heard of that ever in my life. Of playing this game, I have never heard that Cloak and Dagger is the all nerfing guy, girl, whatever you want to call it, to Spider-Man. I've never heard that. A one-on-one Cloak and Dagger should be able to beat a Spider-Man one-on-one. I've never heard that. But this man, Manhunter, insisted that that was the case. Is that, oh no. That's from the game I just played right now. But insisted that that was the case. So he refused to come help us in the back line, right? But he said, this nigga said, y'all both didn't do good. I don't see how I didn't do good if I had the most heals out of the whole match. And I had one of the least amount of deaths on the team. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. He said, I agree with you, Rocket. Hunter, you're a joke. But yes, Rocket is more correct. Once again, I don't know how I didn't do good. He was just trying to shit, just to shit, right? It is your job to help. So my teammates are telling the Wanda, bro, you are supposed to be helping back line, bro, if they're struggling. I said, yet I have more heals than Cloak and Dagger the whole game, but I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. Okay. I said, wow, you're trash even with the most skillless player. No finals. Oh, Buddy said me and Wanda carried. I said, yeah, you carried us right to a fucking L, my nigga. I don't know why one teammate tried to be a middleman for a sec to then just... Exactly, that's what he's just... I think he was the Moon Knight, so he just wanted to dick ride just to dick ride for being a DPS, right? You can say you got 20k some heals, don't matter when you have no DPS and 2 finals. So Captain Gunner says that not just healing is the job. You do recognize that me as a healer, my primary goal is to heal. And if I can help damage, that's secondary. If you're expecting a Rocket to help DPS and tanks and get finals, that tells me who you are as a player, right? That means you're so ass at your job, you're expecting a Rocket to come out and help you DPS? You want him to DPS and kill. Okay. I said, okay. Hey, Captain Gunner, do you mind if you switch to Namor? Now you can see that he switched to Namor, but I think he just wasn't that good with him, so he switched back, because he wasn't on Namor for long. I can tell you that. He was not on Namor for long. That's how he got this 27k damage. He was spamming with Moon Knight, right? Now, like I said, this Wanda would not help the back line. So at first, it was a good game, and then we completely fell apart because their Spider-Man and their Blade and their Thing kept fucking our back line up. But guess who wasn't there to help with Spider-Man? Our Wanda, who is literally a flyer's nightmare. Right? If you have aim with those right clicks, or with her, I don't know what the things that she throws, and you got her, and you can just hold left trigger, she's a nightmare for flyers. She's literally an anti-flyer, right? From what I understand. He just wouldn't come back. He just wouldn't come in the back. Now I do have some video clips that I should be throwing in the video as well. This is already a 17-minute rant. Jesus Christ. But I should have some clips that I'll be showing in here as well. Throwing in here as well, just so you can see, because I haven't recorded when I was on stream. But they were telling me like, hey, you should have more than 2 final hits as a rocket. But then if I would have focused on making final hits, y'all would have been complaining that I'm not healing, and I had the most heals in the match. Cause they were getting, our front line versus their front line was a back and forth. Like, they needed the heals, bro. They needed the heals. Matter of fact, let's just go into this. Let's just go into this replay really quick so I can kind of show y'all a little bit of what was going on. Because if I did not focus on heals, we would have lost a long time ago. If you wanted me to be a DPS rocket, we would have lost a long time ago. This is the IQ that I'm talking about, right? Now, let's just go in a little bit. I'm not gonna sit here and, but you can see like it's a big mix up. Like they're with us, like they're coming into our shit. We're breaking back into theirs. As you can see, it was a back and forth game, bro. It was a back and forth game. People dying all over the place. But I'm trying to do my best, right? Like, as y'all can see, like I'm rocketing. Rocket is rocketing, right? Then we get into the second part. Stop. We get into the second part. Like, I'm healing like crazy, gang. Like, I'm healing like crazy. It was a competitive back and forth, but they then steamrolled us. Let me see his point of view. This man was so focused in being on the front lines while we're getting torched from this Spider-Man all game.
Put some pep in my step.
I mean, Torch, we're just getting, he's getting crazy assists, crazy damage off. Like, he's a part of almost every play. That was a good one. That was a good pocket from, as you can see there, that was a good pocket from Moon Knight and Wanda. But at this time, you can see it's the end of the game, right? This is the part of the game where we were arguing. Like, I was on his ass. The rest of the team was on his ass on the mics, bro. I wish we had audio. But because we were getting on his ass so much, he then wanted to try to help the back line a little bit. At the end of the game, it's already too late. But it's just shit like this that just makes me not want to play the game. It's stuff like this that makes me not want to play the game. But I could literally harp on that all day. Now, as you can see, this game. Oh no, this was my Lord Rocket game. It was this game. I had 43,000 heals. Okay. Best was 63,000. Of course, Cloak and Dagger though, right? They had decent healers though. I must say they did have decent healers. Luna, Cloak and Dagger, you can't go wrong with those two, right? Now, this guy, Church the Lord, as you can see, this man was Punisher all game. All game, this man was Punisher. How long was this game? This was a 21-minute game right here. 21-minute game. If we compare from the last game, you see the final hits that we have here, right? This was a 21.5-minute game. As you can see, I was Rocket pretty much the whole game. I tried to go Scarlet at the very end because they refused. Because this dude, Church the Lord, he was doing so ass on DPS as a Punisher the whole game mostly. And then he went Squirrel Girl. He went from Punisher to Squirrel Girl. He got 9 final hits the whole game with Punisher and Squirrel Girl in a 21-minute game. But when we were telling him to go healer, he refused to go healer though. When we were telling him to get off, this man has 19 deaths, bro. You know I was on his ass for sure. This dude, Emma, 24-18. 23 deaths. He was Moon Knight the whole, I believe most of the game he was Moon Knight. But if we are racking up deaths like that, I have 6 deaths as a Rocket. Okay, I'm just letting you know. The IQ, I'm pretty good at Rocket. I know how to not die on Rocket. I know how to get heals, or if I need to do or be a DPS Rocket. I'm just showing y'all that I know how to play Rocket. Because I was getting him to Lord. But this Cloak and Dagger, how am I getting more heals off than a Cloak and Dagger? Ults were fucking perfect. And honestly, the Cloak and Dagger just wasn't that good. Mind you, this is a 21-minute game. 21. This Cloak and Dagger has, you barely at half of the amount of healing, okay? But we had a terrible tank, a terrible DPS who refused to switch. You can see their final hits right here. They almost had 30, 15, 14. Bro, their healer had 14 game. He was tanked the whole game. I believe he was tanked the whole game. Had 2 final hits in a 21-minute game? Why am I getting paired with people like this? I just don't get it. I don't know. This goes back to my original point with matchmaking. I don't know what the matchmaking is on this game. How are you Doctor Strange in the front line, Magneto in the front line, even if he went MK at the Moon Knight towards the end of the game, how do you have 2 final hits? Two final hits. 9 final hits. And then he didn't even know what to do anymore. He went from Punisher to Squirrel Girl, then to Jeff, then to Luna, then to Loki. He didn't know what the fuck he was doing. Why am I getting these types of players on my team? I don't know. This Emma, knowing that he not getting no final hits, he not finishing shit off. Guess what he does? He just stays Emma the whole game. Once again, I'm not saying that I'm the greatest player. My highest is Plat 2. I just really started taking the game seriously at the start of Season 3. But there's no way that if I'm racking up 18, 23 deaths, 19 deaths, that I'm gonna stick to the same player the whole game. Because he didn't go Squirrel Girl until like, I don't even remember, but it was on the back half. And then he just panicked and went freaking healer, bro. We don't need 3 healers. Healers is not the problem. Maybe on the cloak and dagger part, maybe a little bit. You can even say I could have healed better. But I think I did just fine. I mean, I just don't get it. Half the time I was running for my life. Like I said, I only had 6 deaths. You could see our team was collapsing with all these deaths. I had to consistently back up all the time. I'm consistently having to reposition myself to stay alive. But you're telling me you have half as many as I do as a rocket in a 21-minute game, and you were a tank or even MK the whole game. I just can't with these players. I really can't. It's making me not want to play the game. I haven't done a rant on this channel ever, but I had to do it today. But like I said, by the time this video comes out, y'all come check your boy out. I just had a rant. About it today. I might put those clips in the videos. I don't know. But look, please share what y'all think down in the comments about this game, because I just don't know. I just don't know if I want to play it anymore. I really don't know. For the rest of this season, I will be playing quick play in every other mode besides competitive. If any of y'all want to play with me based on the stats, you know, you can see that I'm a decent player. I'm not saying that I'm the best player, but I'm willing to learn. I'm very versatile. But y'all let me know, man. I know this could have just been a whole bunch of nonsense yapping, but I know some of y'all out there feel my pain, bro. I'm not the only one. But look, keep going, keep excelling. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out of here, man. Peace.